Okay, let me make sure. Go ahead and clap. I'm going to see if my microphone picks it up. Roger?
Work?
Yeah, go. Do it again.
Oh.
Oh, do it again.
All right.
I didn't hear anything on that one.
Oh, maybe my microphone.
Alright, that should work. If not, we're in trouble, but I think it picked it up.
I think you can eyeball it.
We'll give it an eyeball. What's going on, everybody? This is Gavin Cox here with the first episode of Everything Films. Podcast show, I don't really know what to call it. I'm here with my humble host, Klein Haley. Klein?
Welcome to Hi.
So, what this TV show, episode, podcast is going to entail is basically Klein and I are going to review films and TV shows, give our in-depth analysis of all the new and old movies. We're going to have some games and trivia, challenges, keep things spicy. We're going to try to keep these under 10 minutes for you, the viewer, and also for us. So, first topic of the day is the Oscars now. I know the Oscars is kind of in the past, but we want to set some groundwork for the year to come on what we think about the Oscars going forward. So now, Klein, I saw some tweets. You think that about Coda. Now, give us your thoughts on Coda.
Well, it just wasn't for me, man. I mean, it was... My review was, it's a Disney Channel movie with sex jokes. And that, I mean, you know, it was, I could see how people would enjoy it, but in my opinion, it was just so cliche and derivative, and it just was not for me whatsoever. I was shocked that it won Sundance, and even more shocked that it was nominated for Best Picture. Obviously, it looked like Power of the Dog was going to win. But then the whole Jane Campion controversy started with her little blunder.
Yeah,
so then
I saw that.
The Academy was like, what's the safest bet possible? And they picked Coda.
Gotcha. I didn't even watch it, I want to be honest with you. I really thought about it. I was close to watching it.
You didn't miss much.
And then I was like,
You didn't miss much.
Maybe
You've
not.
seen the movie before, pretty much. And the much better, a movie from the year before, 2020, was Sound of Metal, which is a much better...
Ooh,
a lot of people are like, well, this includes the deaf community a lot. Sound of Metal was so much better with the same kind of subject material.
Yeah. Man, I haven't even seen Sound of Metal. I've been lacking, on my movie.
That one is worth checking out.
Now,
that one's worth checking out.
I have some catching up to do a lot, but I am more of a TV... Over the past couple of years, I've been more into TV shows. So, Klein is going to be the movie expert around here, and I'm going to be the TV show expert. That's how we're kind of going to
watch a lot of TV.
That's how we're going to format this whole series, I guess. Any other people who won but you thought shouldn't have, Klein? Or movies that won?
I don't know. Coda again won Best Adapted Screenplay.
Golly.
I don't know how Encanto, I didn't even know it won Best Animated Feature, but I'm seeing that here.
I heard a lot of good stuff about that.
I think Flea should have won that. Encanto was, it's just a Disney movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was good for what it was, but Flea was, I feel like they always make that category for the kids' movies, and there's so many good animated movies that aren't just relegated to that.
I'm sure box office numbers have something to do with the calculations there.
Yeah.
How was the Oscar film lineup this year? Was there a lot of good films to choose from? I heard Power of the Dog was just slow and boring. Is there any truth in that?
Power of the Dog, I thought it was okay. I think it was like in my top 15 of the year.
Well, that's not too bad.
It was pretty good. It wasn't anything special. I think I'm looking at the nominees now. I think out of all of those, Drive My Car was the one I had ranked highest. It was really good. Licorice Pizza was really good. I don't know if you saw that.
I did see that one.
That one was really good.
I like that one a lot.
But the big standouts were Coda, Don't Look Up, and Belfast. I thought all of those, didn't understand why they were nominated at all. But what can you do?
Can't do anything. Hold on, I haven't.
Also, just another thing.
Yeah.
Steven Spielberg should have won Best Director. They gave it to Jane Campion. If you watch West Side Story, and
Oh, okay, yeah, Steven
Spielberg should have. I mean, it was just there's so much. I watched the beginning of it, the first half again, a couple of days ago, and I was just like, he deserves more credit for that because that was a lot too. And the fact that Denis Villeneuve, I think that's how you say his name, didn't even get nominated for Best Director. And then you look at all the categories that Dune was nominated for, production design, and all the categories it won for, score, production design, costume. It's like, okay, who's in charge of all those things?
Yeah, I know.
It's the director. The director's the one leading the charge, and you don't even nominate him.
That's kind of wacky.
But anyway.
I'll give it to you on that.
Yeah.
And then
well, there's that.
All right, we gotta talk about the Will Smith smacking Chris Rock. I mean, we're not gonna add anything to the conversation. We'll hit it lightly. I think everything that's said has already been said, but let's hear your opinion on it.
So. Well, I went to bed early that night, woke up, and that's what I saw. And I was like, my immediate reaction was I thought it was fake, and then when it turned out to be real, I was like, well, at least there was something worth watching this year.
That's true.
That's basically what I thought about it. I did. I just woke up to a Twitter storm, man. It was shocking to say the least.
It was just a bad character. And Chris Rock handled it very well. Yeah. I don't know many people who could have.
He took it like
who could have handled it like that. I mean, my goodness.
He didn't touch his face or anything. He just stood there and took it.
He took that smack like a man. All right, we'll move on here. So just so the audience can get to know our movie tastes a little better, movie and TV show tastes a little better, we're gonna wrap it up after these questions. All right, Klein, what's one movie you wish you could rewatch and have just the total experience all over again?
Interesting question. I feel like it would either be a classic, kind of like there's a few that I wish I could see in theaters. A lot of Chris Nolan films that I didn't see in theaters. Like if I could have seen it in IMAX, and then like some older like Goodfellas, I wish I could see that for the first time again. But like, I feel like The Green Knight from last year, I feel like I would have liked a lot more if I hadn't seen the trailer for it first. Because it gave away like a lot of the cool stuff.
They do that nowadays.
So that's the other aspect of it. Like some of them I wish, not even that I could watch it again for the first time, but just that I hadn't seen the trailer before.
Yeah, that's fair. For me, it'd probably be Step Brothers. I don't know. I wish I could have saw that in theaters. That'd have been a hilarious one.
With like just a bunch of people with like the same sense of humor, that would have been hilarious.
Because nobody's gonna go to that without a good sense of humor.
Yeah,
so I feel like
it's kind of like when we saw 21 Jump Street at the theaters. It would have been like that. Dude, that's hilarious.
It would have been freaking so good. I don't even think I was old enough to like watch those kinds of films because I remember watching it with my sister, and my mom was like, "Ugh, I can't believe you're watching that. You're letting him watch that with you," and it's kind of like a thing. Definitely wouldn't have been able to watch it in the theaters. On to the next question here. What's one TV show you wish you could have rewatched? Now, are you big on TV shows nowadays, or are you more on the movie radar?
Not huge, but I do like... I watched some of the bigger ones. Like, I watched Game of Thrones a couple of years ago, and I wish I could rewatch that one because there was one moment... I was watching them on DVD on my PS4, which they can get kind of wonky because it prefers Blu-rays. And so there's one moment where one main character perishes at the end of a season, and it started skipping. No! It skipped right before something happened, and then it skipped. He was on the ground, and I was like, "Oh, what just happened?" Because it's like a character you don't expect. That would have been the worst. That to happen. Oh my gosh! Yeah, you can't trust. So
I wish I could rewatch that. You can't trust consoles, man. They're the worst for watching movies and TV shows.
Yeah,
the absolute worst.
It was sad.
TV show for me. That's close for me. It's either Dexter or like Breaking Bad. Those, because I've watched both of those like 2 or 3 times through.
I watched like the first season of
Mhm.
Dexter on your recommendation, but it was right after I finished Breaking Bad,
Yeah.
so it's kind of like worn out.
Exactly.
Have
I
you
mean,
watched-
they're both
there's
marathons,
like a new
man. They are marathons.
Yeah. They brought it back,
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
they? Like they have
New
a
blood.
new season. Have you
I have
seen
not.
it? Is it
I've
good?
been kind of, building up. I've been internally building it up because I don't want to ruin the main stuff, but I heard it's really good. So I'm kind of just stuck in that line of fire. Like,
Yeah.
I wasn't too sad about the. Oh, we're not going to talk about the ending. You haven't seen it. You might see it one day. But I'm kind of stuck in that spot where I'm like, I don't want to ruin the feeling I have towards it. But yes, I'm going to end up watching it soon.
Would you rewatch the show beforehand, or is that too much?
Way too much. I've tried to rewatch it for like the 4th time, and I know every single thing that is going to happen. And in a serial killer movie where like the plot moves.
Yeah, it's not like The Office or something.
Exactly.
Where you just watch it over
Exactly.
and over.
It's just the plot just moves differently.
Yeah.
So
I get you.
definitely either Breaking Bad or Dexter, probably for me. All right, and then moving on, last and final question. Comfort film. What is your comfort film? Like a movie you can just go to and it makes you feel good, and you don't know what to watch. You just say, oh, I'll just watch this one.
That's a good question. Oh man, I feel like I feel like that answer would be the same as like the movie I've watched the most, which would probably be something like Step Brothers, or The Dark Knight is one that I've watched over and over again. But I also like American Movie, dude, because it's split up into like these 15-minute sections on YouTube, and I'll find myself in that rabbit hole again and again, and I just find it so entertaining. So that's one
American
recently
Movie. What is?
Yeah, it's that documentary that I showed.
Oh
you
yeah.
About that guy trying to make movies.
No, that one,
I love
I
that
can
so
understand
much.
that.
Dude.
That one has so many gold nuggets of just pure comedy.
And when they like, because somebody on YouTube uploaded a playlist of like 7 parts, and it's like these short little sections, and that makes it so much easier to like sit down.
I went back because I've wanted to rewatch it. That link that you sent me from OU, that OU link, I tried to go back and find it in my email, and I couldn't find it. I was like, gosh dang it, because you can't find it anywhere else. I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah, my dream is that the Criterion Collection will like do a remaster of it and release it, because it's on DVD for like $80, but if somebody would remaster it on like a Blu-ray with some, like, that would be
For those
awesome.
of you who don't know, it's a great documentary about low budget film makers making a film, and it's just hilarious. Comedy gold.
It's hilarious, and the thing about it though is it's so inspiring as well. Like, especially when I watched that for the first time at that point in my life, like that was, I totally related to exactly.
So if you're an aspiring filmmaker, we definitely encourage you to watch that. What's it called again, Klein? American Movie. Good luck
It's on YouTube.
Good luck finding it.
If you can find it nowhere else, it's somewhere on there.
And then, so my comfort film. Have you ever seen this one, Klein? The Way, Way Back.
I don't think so.
It's a good one. It has Steve Carell. That's probably the only person you. Well, it has Steve Carell, and then it has the woman off of Hereditary, and that lady, the mother in that one. It has her in it. It's a real good one. It's more just like a teenage kind of grown up.
Is that like an early 2000 one, like before he was really big? Or?
I want to say it's probably after. He looks a little older, and he wasn't playing a comedian role. He's kind of a jerk butthole in this one, so it's kind of like a different side.
Is it a comedy though? Or
it's a comedy in some parts. It's probably a dramedy, is what I would say it is. I
got you. He kind of started leaning towards those.
It's probably one of his. It's
probably
one of his first roles where he kind of just took more of the non-comedic side of a movie, because he's not even funny in it at all. He's more of just like.
I'll have to watch that because I like his.
It's a coming-of-age movie. It's funny. It's on a. It has what's his name? Really good actor. He was in what's that one called? Dang it, Jojo Rabbit, the gay dude.
Oh God, what's his name, dude? I freaking have it too.
It has him in it, and he's the comedy guy in that one instead of Steve Carell. So yeah,
Sam
that
Rockwell?
dude. No, man.
There it is.
It's a banger. You should check it out. All right, comfort TV show. I think I already know what you're gonna say here. The Office.
100%, dude. I watched like 4
That's
episodes today.
I mean, that's mine. I'm sure it's a lot of people's out there. It's so rewatchable.
It's short
Exactly.
episodes. It's you don't need the spoiler aspect of it like Dexter.
It's kind of like the TikTok of TV shows, you know. You could just kind of sit there and watch it scroll and just see what you're feeling today.
You don't even have to watch the whole episode. You just find the funny parts. And
all right, ladies and gentlemen, that was the first episode, or whatever you want to call it. Tune in next week where Klein and I will talk about the best movies and TV shows of 2021 that you should watch in 2022. Thank you for joining us, and have a good one.